Greetings. I'm Golden Light, and tonight I'm going to be shedding some light. Tonight I want to get on here and speak about the divine masculine. Okay, I did a video a few days ago about the energy that I was picking up from the collective of the connections, and the divine masculine wasn't doing the necessary healing work that they need to do to step into their power. I am going to repeat a little of what I said on the first video, okay? These divine masculine energies, some of them is operating out of a toxic environment, okay? Now we all know if we're somewhere and we're trying to heal and we have received a lot of pain, we have picked up a lot of toxic behaviors, we're in a place and we're trying to heal, it makes it harder for us to heal in an environment where we picked up all our toxic traits, we received all our karma, bad behavior, bad experiences. So that's why I did mention some of us had to move out of the environment we're in to heal properly and to do what we need to be at our greatest good. If not, we're going to be stuck and we're going to be facing those demons that we're trying to move away from. Now, for example, a long time ago, I think I shared this story, I shared this story on Facebook a couple months ago maybe, and I ran into a guy and he was so happy. He was on his new job, and his job consists of him traveling from state to state, and he mentioned to me that he felt like something was after him, like something was chasing him at his hometown. And once he removed himself out of his hometown, he said it just felt like whatever was chasing him was gone, and he was evolving more, and he started getting more opportunities with job, far as employment wise, and he just said all great things started happening once he removed himself. And I am a firm believer of that, because I actually experienced the same thing. It was just like the place where I was operating at and trying to heal, it was just like it was so much low vibrating energy. Okay? The energy was horrible. Listen what came on. Excuse me. But it be the truth. Like, you had to remove yourself, and this came on, and it's kind of like how I was feeling when I was in my hometown. Like, I had to go because it was like, if you ever watched the Eve Jean, and if you look at the documentary on the front, if I'm mistaken, I think that was on Eve Jean, where she was sitting up in a chair, and it was like people was just like reaching for her, like trying to pull her down, you know. And like I said once before, I came from a bloodline of a lot of toxic behavior, elites, masons, all of that, you know. And the place I was at, like, I had to remove myself, or I know me, because when you're dealing with elites, you're dealing with masons, these people are the police. They basically working with the justice system. They working with the police, everybody, you know. So once you go there with them, they basically want to have you locked up. you know, because it's they all in the cahoots together. But like I said, let me turn this down, excuse me. People feel and realize, like, when you're chosen, you can't be touched. Like, the ancestors is covering you. Whether who the people is, you can't be touched. Okay? Just like it's a gang of these Masons and these elites, well, it's a gang of chosen ones, and we're coming together. We're more powerful. But see, when I operate, it be me and the ancestors, you know, and I'm not afraid. You know, if I remove myself or I go away off of social websites, it's because it's from the betterment of me. And when I do come back, I'm going to be more powerful, more stronger, more elevated. That's what it is. But no one is going to move me off of my status, off of my throne. I can't be touched, I can't be moved. And the black magic and all the evil energy that you're sending towards me, it's all rejected and sent back, you know. So therefore, it's like it's a waste of time. Find something else better to do, okay? But I just wanted to get on here and let you guys know about these connections. These connections, divine masculine and divine feminine, they are written in the stars. They are divinely guided by the ancestors. And before you both can have union, the divine masculine and the feminine has to do the necessary work, okay? A lot of people, these connections is very painful at times. They are, but I have noticed when you have an assignment and you receive some of the painful experiences and initiations, it's because your calling is higher, okay? And I know it hurt. I know it's painful because I've been researching the horoscope signs and looking more into astrology. And me as an Aquarius sun, okay, and every Aquarius sun that I have an encounter with, they experience a lot of pain. And I'm noticing with myself and also with the other Aquarius sons, they're very intuitive, they're very intelligent, they're very powerful, they're very intimidating. And we don't be meaning to be intimidated when we coming off. It's just that's how we deliver the message. We just straightforward. And yes, our tongue can cut people at times because I had to work on that, okay? And we can be really mean and not meant to be like that, but it's just sometimes that's how it's projected. And we don't try to do it, but every Aquarius sun has experienced a lot of pain. They has experienced a lot of toxic behavior from their parents, and that's why these horoscopes are our blueprint. It tells us so much about ourselves, okay? It tells us a lot. So just work through these connections, try to get through to them, because once you do both heal, you'll be the most two beautiful, powerful beings, divine masculine, divine feminine. And some of you are not going to be alike. What it is y'all somewhat alike, but y'all basically it's totally opposites. And that's a part of the assignment for the ancestors. It's a alchemical imbalance, okay? And once you two come together, you create magic. You create magic. It's levels to the shift. That's what people don't feel to realize. And you can't bring two individuals together if they're not healed. Because if they come together, that's all they're going to do is damage one another. So these separations that you guys going through is necessary. And I know it's hard. A lot of you divine feminine is dealing with a masculine energy that has a problem with expressing their emotions. So it's really hard. But if you dig deep inside of yourself and your intuition, it'll tell you exactly how they feel about you. And when a person is non-expressive with their emotions, it's really hard to read an individual like that. And a lot of people say, well, they don't like you, or they're not communicating, so they don't like you. In some cases, in some horoscope signs, that's not the case. You have to get around those individuals and get them to open up. But first, you have to gain your trust with those individuals, because they're very to their self. They're very stubborn. Okay? So once you figure them out, you'll know that. And I'm somewhat like that myself. Like, I don't open up to a lot of people. Okay? And it's just because of all the pain I have received. And I just always been like that. I'm like kind of observant at first. But I have no problem with expressing my emotions and how I feel. They say a lot of Aquarius sons do lack from that, but I don't. Since I've done my healing work, now I will be expressive and let you know exactly how I feel. But I'm rooting for you connections, for you all divine masculine and feminine to come together as one. And a lot of you stop letting people in on your relationships. Stop telling them about your divine counterpart, because you have a lot of people that is working against you. And this is channeled. There's a lot of people that is not for your best interest of your divine feminine or your divine masculine, and they don't want you together because they know what power you two hold once you do come together. And I did have an experience of a divine, well, not divine, well, one of my counterparts, actually, I had experience with someone that I know that I felt that he was close to, and they acted really shady towards me, and I knew why. And it's because they know that I'm the divine feminine. They know that I'm his match, and he probably don't know to this day that they was like really shady, and I read their energy. And just be careful of who you express yourself with. Peace and love. I'll be back with a part 2 on this.